Hi everyone, welcome back to Betrayed. Thanks for joining us today. We have a brand new story to share, so let's begin. My wife cheated on me with her boss, and my daughters helped her hide it. So, I gave her divorce papers, cut ties with them, and changed my will. Hello Reddit, I'm Plus. I always believed I had a good life, a loving wife, two daughters, and a home filled with laughter. But eventually, I realized it was all a carefully planned lie. It started with small signs. My wife, Lisa, had been distant for months, always saying she was stressed from work. My daughters, Jenna and Brooke, both in their early 20s, had become secretive. They would exchange strange looks when I walked into the room. Then the truth hit me like a wrecking ball. One evening, while Lisa was in the shower, her phone buzzed. The name on the screen was Patrick, her boss. I wasn't usually the jealous type, but something in my gut told me to check. A string of messages confirmed everything. Last night was amazing. Can't wait to see you again. Love you too, baby. Let's talk later when he's asleep. My hands shook as I scrolled through photos no husband should ever see. My heart pounded, not just from heartbreak, but from pure anger. I confronted Lisa that night. She didn't deny it.
She didn't even seem sorry.
You're overreacting, she said coldly, arms crossed. It's been going on for a year. It's not like I was ever going to leave you. You give me stability. Patrick is just fun. Fun. That word cut deep. But what truly shattered me wasn't just her affair. It was what came next. Jenna and Brooke, my daughters, my own flesh and blood, defended her. Come on, Dad, Brooke said. Mom's happy. Why ruin everything over one mistake? One mistake, Jenna added. We knew, but it wasn't a big deal. It's not like you were supposed to find out. They knew. They had helped her hide it. They lied to me, protected her affair like it was some twisted family secret. That night, I didn't sleep. I just stared at the ceiling, my chest feeling hollow. My wife betrayed me, but my daughters chose her. And that's when I made my decision. Lisa expected a fight. She thought I'd beg, that we'd go to therapy, that I'd be the good husband and pretend everything was fine. Instead, 2 days later, she came home to divorce papers sitting on the kitchen table. You're joking, she said with a scoff.
No.
I want you out by the end of the week. Her confident look faded. Then came the tears, the apologies, the excuses, the emotional manipulation. I made a mistake. You can't just throw away our family over this. But I wasn't listening anymore. Jenna and Brooke didn't realize how serious I was until I called them over. I sat across from them, calm, but completely empty inside. I'm done, I told them. With her. And with both of you. You made your choice. Now live with it. Their shocked faces almost made me laugh. Dad, you don't mean that, Jenna whispered. I do, I said, sliding an envelope across the table. I'm changing my will. You won't receive anything. Brooke let out a nervous laugh. You can't be serious. We're your daughters. No, I replied. You're her daughters. You made that clear. Lisa looked panicked. Maybe she thought I'd forgive her eventually. Maybe she believed that family always comes first. But betrayal has a price, and I was done paying it at the cost of my self-respect. The divorce went through quickly. I had all the proof I needed. She walked away with very little. As for Patrick, he didn't stick around. Turns out he liked sleeping with married women, not committing to them. Jenna and Brooke kept calling, texting, begging. They wanted their father back. But I was already gone. I moved to a new city, started over, and found love again, with a woman who truly respected me. I never looked back. Some betrayals are just too deep to forgive. Sometimes, blood isn't thicker than self-respect. 3 years passed. I built a new life in a different state. My new home was smaller, quieter, but it was mine. No ghosts. No lies. I met Claire, a woman who had been through her own kind of heartbreak. We understood each other. No secrets, no games. Just two people trying to heal and rebuild. But the past has a way of showing up again. One evening, Claire and I sat on the back porch watching the sunset. My phone buzzed. I glanced at it and silenced it without hesitation. Jenna again. It had been months since her last attempt to contact me. Over the years, both she and Brooke had tried everything: angry voicemails, tearful apologies, even guilt trips about family and moving on. But I never responded. Then a knock at the door. I froze. No one ever just showed up at my house. Claire gently placed her hand on my arm. "You okay?" she asked. I gave a small nod. "I will be." When I opened the door, I found Jenna standing on the porch. She looked like a woman on the edge of falling apart. "Dad," she whispered. For the first time since that night, I saw real regret in her eyes. Not the defensive, entitled anger from before, not the rehearsed messages she had sent over the years, just pure sorrow. "I know you don't want to see me," she said, "but please let me explain." I thought about closing the door in her face. But something inside me, maybe curiosity, maybe a small leftover piece of fatherly instinct, allowed her to step inside. Claire quietly left the room to give us space. Jenna stood there, awkwardly looking around at a home she had never been invited to. I gestured toward the couch. She hesitated before sitting down. "You look good," she said softly. I didn't respond. She sighed. "I guess I deserve that." There was a long pause before she finally said the words I never imagined hearing. "You were right to cut us off." I looked at her closely. She swallowed hard. "When we defended Mom, we thought we were protecting the family. But really, we were just protecting her decisions, even when we knew they were wrong." She shook her head slowly. She didn't even love Patrick. It was just excitement, something new. But once you left, she realized she had lost the only man who ever truly loved her. She fell apart. She hesitated. "Go on," I said, my voice steady. She exhaled. "Brooke still thinks you were being dramatic. She won't admit she was wrong. But me? I lost everything that day. You weren't just my dad, you were my hero. And I ruined that. For someone who didn't deserve it." The room fell silent. I stared at her, trying to look past the years of hurt and anger. "I don't hate you, Jenna," I finally said. "But I don't know if I can forgive you." She nodded and wiped away tears. "I don't expect you to. But I needed to tell you that I regret it. Every single day." I looked down at my hands. For the first time in a long while, something inside me shifted. It wasn't anger. It wasn't bitterness. It was exhaustion. A quiet kind of tiredness. Maybe the door wasn't completely closed. But I wasn't going to chase after them anymore. After Jenna left, Claire came back into the room and sat beside me. "How do you feel?" she asked. I let out a deep breath. Like the past finally caught up with me. She gently squeezed my hand. I looked toward the door Jenna had just walked out of, then back at the peaceful life I had rebuilt. "It's not my burden to carry anymore," I said. "I've made my peace. Now, they have to make theirs." And for the first time in a long time, I felt free.